Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we have kind of a heavy reading. So, if you're like trying to have some fun reading, this is probably not your reading. I've actually already started our live chat with some information for those that may have survived sexual assault. So, trigger warning for all of the viewers out there. If you don't want to listen to themes of sexual assault, then you might want to check out one of my almost 4,000 other videos. I do have them organized in my playlist section, so feel free to do that. But if you're still sticking around, what we have from the Isis Oracle is the Mother of Life, first and foremost. And these two actually have a lot in common. And then the Dark Mysteries. So from the Mother of Life, I don't really like to read from books, but these are like really, I just don't think I could do it better, is how I'm going to say it. We can sometimes fall into existing and doing rather than truly living. We only know that this has happened when suddenly our life seems dry, depleted, filled with tasks, or it feels like we are stuck in a rut or a habit that may have been comfortable, but it is becoming stifling and suppressing. Isis, the Mother of Life, holds the ability to restore even the most numb, resistant, and difficult of circumstances and people back into life. She calls to you now, seeking to bestow gifts of life upon you. Be bold and brave, open your arms and receive. So, this is basically saying there are things that have happened to whoever this reading is for that have maybe put you in a place where you were depressed, maybe even not really sure if you wanted to be around anymore. Things have gotten, kind of difficult, right? For lack of a better word. And this card is saying, wait, there's more. You've gone through a lot, but there are blessings that are now waiting for you because you've been able to get through a really difficult experience or set of experiences in a way that was graceful or demonstrated your commitment to being a stronger person. Hi there, Peggy. How are you doing? Missed you too. I don't think I've seen that, Illuminati. It sounds cool though. And then we've got the Dark Mysteries. And the part that I was really drawn to is often when we are reclaiming our power and defining for ourselves what it is to be powerful, we are confronted with the fears of loss, failure, abandonment, and rejection. It can be painful at times, but accepting and releasing the pain brings such deep relief and happiness to the self. It is good to confront these fears. I'm going to say that one more time. It is good to confront these fears with a loving and firm approach and be open to taking risks in growing anyway. So, like I said, it's poignant, right? I didn't think I could really summarize that for you as eloquently as I might want. Maybe if I was like writing it down, So anyways, I haven't called in spirit yet. I'm going to get to it, I promise. The other thing I wanted to make sure to mention with these two cards is I really feel a strong sense of the feminine coming through, but I want to make clear that all of us, no matter what your gender is, we all have feminine and masculine within us. This is not meant to exclude anybody who would identify as primarily masculine from this conversation. If you were on my reading yesterday, you may have heard me, or 2 days ago, you may have heard me refer to the idea that we need to be there and be supportive and be helpful for anybody, not just people of a particular gender, right? So I do feel like this is pertaining to somebody that has been through something traumatic, maybe even dealt with some PTSD because of sexual assault. So beyond that, I also had 2 songs channeled. And honestly, that's where I got my title for the reading from. C-Mob is the artist, Hollow Man. versus, this is how I'm phrasing it. I don't know why. Well, actually, I do kind of know why. Versus Tovlo, or if I think I say it correctly, if I say Tuvalu, I love her. Scars, which is, I think, a little bit older. Well, they both probably are, maybe about 10 years old. It's the idea of, do I let past experiences where I've been hurt or betrayed or even abused create an emptiness within me, a void, an inability to love others, or do I find a way to become stronger based off of the pain that I've been through? Which I would say is more like the lyrics that you find in Tovlo's song. Let's call in spirit, finally. A little bit of wind chime time. I do apologize. This is probably going to be a little bit more of like a preachy tarot reading. Again, if this is not for you, feel free to go check out one of my other readings. But I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm sending like a giant hug. I don't know if you can tell. I'm like a little bit nervous because I know I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of my own experience. And that's a little bit uncomfortable, but I also feel like that's part of the reason I've been called to do what I do. So forgive me for a little bit of jitters. We have the situations deck. We've got escapade, come together, really drawn to vacation and reconciliation and soulmate. So I feel like we have two people that feel a very strong connection, and a big part of the reason they may have connected so quickly or so deeply is because there is some mirroring or some understanding of like a shared tragedy or similar tragedy, right? Like you both have had your own experiences with essays, is my main guess, or some sort of PTSD situation. So when you spend time in each other's energy, it's calming, it's relaxing because you do feel understood. You don't feel like you have to explain certain behaviors because that person understands where you're coming from, or that person understands the fear that you've dealt with. We have access granted, lockbox, and history. I feel like whoever the two soulmates are, one or perhaps even both of you have opened up or communicated about something that has happened to you, or some element of your trauma or pain that you don't really easily open up to. Like, I'm thinking about one situation in particular. I was just hanging out with a friend, drawing, listening to some music, and he shared like a really personal story. I didn't know him very well. He told me, I don't think I've ever told anyone that. I don't know why I told you that. And I think there was a pretty good chance it was just a bit the ability to read in somebody else. You're going to understand what I'm talking about. Maybe we have some sort of radar, right? Like I can feel comfortable around you because you're not going to judge me for this, that kind of vibe. Hello there, Alicia. How are you doing? Right back to you. Aw, sending you healing. I'm so sorry you dealt with that. Hello there, Lightheart Alchemist. How are we doing? Oh, you write poetry? I love that. This past happened card, this is our trauma. This is the situation, or might be multiple things, right? The thing that you kind of bonded over or that you both understand. I don't think this is the only thing you bond over, but I do feel like this is one thing that helped this person understand your character or help them feel more comfortable around you. This is the Beginner's Tarot. Ace of Cups in the reverse, the Fool in the reverse. The Fool in the reverse in this instance is giving apathy. So Hollow Man, I'm probably going to mess this up, but the way that it starts out is something like, you asked me why I have, no, what is it? You asked me why I don't give you any love. What if I don't have any love to give? Something along those lines. Like, there's not much you can do when your cup is empty. When you don't really feel like anybody has shown you the love, it's hard to show them love. So this is that more closed off approach, right? If I've been hurt, if I've tried to love people, and I think he actually says that in the song, right? If I put myself out there, if I've opened myself up and all you do is lie to me, all you do is betray me, then I'm going to learn that lesson. I'm going to shut down business and nobody's ever getting back in. It's just not going to happen. Sorry. No solicitors. Hello there, Miss Mo Wisdom. I love that. Blessings to you also. Hello there, Kirsten. How we doing? We've got the Page of Wands, the Nine of Swords in the reverse. This pair is the other approach. I love Spirit, like, confirming my shit. Like, I mentioned the two songs, and then the first couple pairs are just, like, literally what we're talking about. Courage. The Page of Wands is looking at a situation again. You see how the Page of Wands is, the page is literally looking at that wand like, huh, are you this tall, or what are you made of? Like, real inquisitive. Like, what do we got here? This is somebody taking another look. For some of you, this is specifically therapy. This is writing poetry. If I haven't made it abundantly clear, I am a survivor of, like, multiple instances of sexual abuse. I have dealt with PTSD. I think it's probably legit to say complex PTSD. And therapy is a big deal. Therapy is definitely something I encourage people to pursue. But I also want you to be open to the idea that there are multiple things out there that are cathartic, that are therapeutic, that will help you. You don't have to pay $153 an hour to be heard, you know? I myself went through probably the most impactful, like, period of healing in my life when I just kind of, like, immersed myself in art, discovered a new way to make art. That's what you're being encouraged to do. So if you resonate a little bit more with the Hollow Man idea of, oh, you don't have any love for me, I don't have any love for you, I don't have any love for anyone, you're being encouraged to really think about how you could address that, how you could reframe your experience. Because I think a lot of times we look at people who are cold, stoic, they don't cry, and we're like, that's strength. Bullshit, that's strength. I don't fucking agree. You know what strength is? Strength is saying, I've been through some shit. I've cried. I've felt weak. I have lost my voice. But guess fucking what? I came back from that. I learned what I needed to change. I reclaimed my power. I found my voice again. That's strength. Don't pretend you're made of nothing. Don't pretend you're an empty hole of, oh, sometimes I like to eat cheese curds. You got any depth in there? You've been through some shit? Let's talk about it. This is strength. So we have somebody that is being challenged to redefine the idea of courage and strength. I would much rather be associated with people that are comfortable crying. Maybe they don't cry a lot, but they're comfortable, right? Thank you, Peggy. I appreciate that. Hello there, Rachel. How are you doing? So we have the Four of Wands, Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, so yes, therapy is a great idea. Therapy works for a lot of people. Therapy might be something you need to look into. Therapy might be something you need to get back to. For others of you, I'm very pulled to the idea of this Five of Pentacles in the reverse, telling you that there is a gift that you have that will push you to that next level, where that strength, that courage, that voice, that truly authentic version of yourself that doesn't have to fuck with fear, this gift will help you get there. Hello there, Tease. How are you doing? Hello, Zhao. How are we doing? Ooh, well, I kind of told you I'm a little nervous, but we're going to get through it. Look, I wouldn't have started this channel unless I thought that there was a pretty solid chance I would have to be my authentic self and share a little bit of myself with like complete strangers. I don't know who's watching me right now. I know who's commenting. But if my experience can help two people, fucking worth it. If my experience, my approach to healing can help others figure out what they need to do, fuck yeah, sign me up all day. I don't care if it, sign me up. So we have the High Priestess. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Some lessons can only be taught through loss. Some wisdom only comes through loss. We can have common sense. We can have education, right? Sit in a classroom for 8 hours a day. You're gonna pick up on something. But oh God, I think I'm about to quote How I Met Your Mother. So there's that episode where she's like, I have to go find myself and be an artist, so I can't be with you anymore. Sorry. But like, I'm pretty sure one of the things she says is, if I want to be a serious artist, if I really want to like do the thing, I have to like experience some shit. I can't just like flip a switch and like, cool, now I get it. Now I can express like pain and sorrow. Whoever this reading is for, and I don't think it's for 1 million people, but whoever it's for, you have gone through something and you have the ability to share how you handled that or express your emotions from that situation, and it will help other people. You have a gift. Maybe you sing, maybe you write music, maybe you're a drummer, maybe you dance like a fucking badass. Maybe you paint like me. Let's be buddies. You do something, my friend, and you're gifted, and that gift will help you. When I tell you that this was therapy for me, I'm gonna be honest. Like, there were a couple of months, several months where I was unemployed, and all I did was art, drawing, painting, making stickers. Shit, I don't know. Let's buy like a $5 piece of crap art from not Hobby Lobby and paint over it with something of my own. You have something like that. You can do something. Maybe you make awesome collages. Maybe you're an author. You have a story to tell. You know how to tell it. It will help people. So this loss may have been really painful, but I feel like no matter what, you have some knowing that this happened to you for a reason, that what you went through made you a better person. Two of Cups and the reverse. Here, Pentacles in the reverse. Love? I don't want love. You want to get close to me? No, I'm not going to let you in. You want to feel what I feel? I don't want to let you know. I'm going to be a mystery. I'm going to be stoic. I'm going to be cold. I'm going to be unavailable. So we have somebody asking themselves, is it worth it to cut everybody out when not everybody has harmed me? Is it fair to paint everyone with the same brushstroke? Right? Oh, thank you, Kirsten. That's so sweet. Oh, will you make me a dress? I'm just kidding. Kind of, not really. Look, I've been hurt by lots of people. Lots of people I loved, lots of people that I thought loved me or at least like cared about me. But I have also been shown like crazy amounts of unexpected kindness by people that also love me or people that didn't even fucking know me. We have the ability to be kind and loving in situations where people don't expect it. And that is what helps a lot of people get through. I think we have somebody realizing there's somebody worth including in the inner social circle, that like family level, right? Hi there, Tiana. How are you doing? And it's like they have to reassess the boundaries. They have to have a conversation with the bouncer outside. Yeah, like, how come nobody's coming into the bar? Are you only letting in non-humans? There's nobody here. I ain't got nobody. Oh, yeah, no, that's because you said you hated everyone or you didn't trust anyone. Did you want to let some of the people in? I have a really weird analogy, and forgive me because it's like always fucking food, you guys. I do these readings like right before I eat, generally, and I've been up for a few hours, so it's like I'm hungry. Okay, so I used to make myself some breakfast potatoes, and I would, like from scratch, right? And I would remove all of the skin. I would just want like the inner part of the potato, right? Did that for years. Or I would get like those like hash browns in a bag. I still kind of do that. I love those. Probably not very good for me, but I love them. And then I started living in a place where they left the skins on, and I was like, oh, that's actually fucking delicious. If you're in the Twin Cities, the place that I'm talking about is called Jensen's in Burnsville, Minnesota. Some good motherfucking breakfast. I'm just telling you, like, check it out if you are close-ish. While I'm at it, I'm not getting paid for this, by the way, but I have like craved and missed and dreamt of the house egg rolls from Saigon Palace in Burnsville, Minnesota. If you can't tell, I used to live there. Holy fuck, man. I'm not gonna say that. I would be a mean person for an egg roll right now. Anyways, I'm sorry. I was trying to say I left some of the skin off the potatoes that I started making for myself because I realized it was kind of silly for me to just like assume I didn't want the skin. It's actually like kind of good for you, right? Somebody's realizing that they can't just cut off fucking everyone. Maybe not everyone is a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Maybe not everyone is like out to get you. Maybe some people actually have high hopes for you. Look, I don't care if you're one of the people who literally betrayed me. I still hope you have a good life. I still hope you have healing. I still hope you have reason to believe that life is beautiful. Why? Because I don't let fear control me anymore. Because I let go of that. I went through some dark shit so that I could let go of fear. not so that I could let go of love. Those people who hurt me, those people who did shitty things to me, they might have wanted me to give up on love. They may have wanted me to forget what real strength and courage is. But I didn't forget that shit. The most beautiful things in life that make you feel safe and secure, those things you get through having an open heart. Those things you get through being authentic, through love, not through fear. What do I want? Do I want to live in some penthouse where I don't have anybody that I can trust because everything is about money? No, fuck that. I don't care if that does mean that I would get to eat those delicious egg rolls every effing day because I could have them flown out to me. I don't care. Real Ten of Pentacles, real wealth, security, happiness for the long term comes through the kind of security and happiness you get through letting go of the fear that you feel and instead embracing the love, even though you might get hurt again. I'm not afraid of that. I used to be real scared. I'm trying to think of a better example than the one that I have in my head right now. I'm struggling, you guys. Like, I love you all. I want you to know who I am, but like, I used to be real afraid, okay? I used to not speak up. I used to be more of a pleasure, or what is it? People pleaser, right? Like, what do you expect from me? Oh, I should probably like abide by that. Nah, fuck you, any expectations. I'll be civil. I'll be respectful. I'm going to show you that I have no problems with you. Or at least, even if I do have problems with you, be like civil, right? I can do that. But I am not going to limit what I say, limit who I am, hide my gifts, or hide my brilliance, just so you can feel comfortable. You too can, like, you could leave the room, you know, you don't like me. Aw, thank you, Tease. Florida, yeah. I miss me some Miami. Since we've been talking about food, I hope they're still there. There was this place called the Naked Taco in Miami, in this like hotel lobby. Every time I went to Miami, I'm telling you, I would check into my hotel, I would drop my shit right to the fucking Naked Taco. They had this like, I don't think they have it anymore because I looked up their menu online. But they had this like tequila lime lobster enchilada. Yeah, delicious. Somebody in Florida, tell me if they're still there. Apparently, I should have also put a trigger warning on this like title or like this video about me being really fucking hungry. Oh my God, you guys, I'm gonna die. Okay, this morning I woke up and I thought to myself, it's weird. I haven't seen the whip card in a really long time. I wonder, it's probably gonna happen. I should like make a joke about how long it's been since I've done the whip. I should really tell you guys these things when they come out, but like, whatever. I weird myself out, okay? But we also had the woman come out. Now, remember, we had mother of life, right? We had some feminine vibes. But again, I say we all have feminine and masculine energy within us. What we have is somebody that is appreciating the feminine side. I don't have to be cold and unfeeling in order to survive life. I am realizing that the feminine side has its own type of strength. Okay, I don't really like to like pit genders against each other, but what's coming to mind is the idea that when we think of strength, we probably picture some like Adonis, right? Some masculine energy, well, body with big old muscles, right? Like, check me out. I could fucking punch you across the room. Ooh. There are lots of different kinds of strength. And I'll tell you right now, I've seen some really, really strong women who have like given birth to like 11 children. And I'm like, what? Is that like real or meme? When I'm what? Damn. That, my friend, is strength, and that's not masculine. That's fucking feminine. There are different kinds of strength. There's physical strength. There's emotional strength. We are talking about emotional strength. We have somebody that is realizing running away from everything is not strength. Pretending you don't feel stuff that's not strength. Actually embracing it. So with the whip, I'll do it in a second, I promise. With the whip, we have somebody realizing I can embrace the feminine side of me. I can be both masculine and feminine and still be strong. For some of you, this is females realizing they don't have to always embody that masculine energy. For some of you, this is reclamation of your sexuality after SA. So just going to put it out there. There are times where I really struggle with what I should wear. What am I comfortable in? What do I feel like is appropriate for the activity I'm doing? Like, am I going hiking? I should probably wear like good shoes, right? But there are also way too many times where I worry about what I wear attracting the wrong like kind of attention, right? Like, I fucking hate that. Can I just like wear what I'm comfortable in? And you like control your shit over there? Is that cool? Like, don't stare at me or like do stuff. Is that a thing? So we have somebody here that is understanding their feminine side to a greater degree, like wrapping themselves up in it and saying, fuck you, you can't take this from me. This is who I am. I'm going to be that way. So this whip card is somebody appreciating that they have been to some degree objectified, abused, or misused because of some element of their femininity or their feminine side, their attractiveness, whatever it might be. They're not going to let that come across as I should be punished for this. I'm going to take back my power. I'm going to accept that these things happened, but I'm not going to let it dull or remove this feminine side from me, right? Okay, now we'll do the whip. This reading is getting so effing long. I've only pulled like 3 cards. All right, the whip, which is something my mom and I have done forever. The whip. No, not the whip. The whip. No, not the whip. The whip. No, anything but the whip. Anything? The whip. Now I feel slightly uncomfortable doing that because we are literally talking about SA. But I also feel like there's a message in that for you. Because for some of you, you view healing or therapy or what you need to do to reclaim this part of you as no, anything but that. It's time for you to embrace that thing that you have been avoiding. Don't let people who have hurt you prevent the future you from enjoying being who you are, from being this gifted person. They don't deserve that. They don't deserve that power over you. Fuck that. All right, this is the Pro Tarot. I don't read these in the reverse. Lays it in the reverse. The Hermit. Not a shock to see this card. I love seeing it under the High Priestess. I am asking myself questions because I realize that I have some sort of void or lack of love in my life. I start asking myself questions about this loss or this thing that I've been through. And then I realize I've learned quite a lot on my own. It might be time to let somebody else in. Not one of all the crowd to pry into thine hour of secrecy. Be silent in that solitude. Look, you're strong. You've been through a lot. You may not have even told anyone what you've been through. Nobody may fully understand the things that you've gone up against or the things that you've battled, the nightmares that you've faced, the anxiety that you've had to address. You may have felt like you built something and it went nowhere, but you have this power within you. You have this gift. You have this ability to help others. Some of you are being called to let go of a way of life. This could be like where you live or how you make your money. I had a different career and it ended because I felt like every time I got a new employer, the same shit would happen. That is to say, I got real good at doing something, and I felt like every time I did what I was supposed to do as an employee, I got screwed over by my boss. I got screwed over by my employer. I wasn't recognized, or things didn't go well. And then I had a real bad situation that, if I'm fully honest with you all, made me suicidal. Very difficult to accept that my HR department was more concerned with covering their ass than my mental health or my security. So some of you are being called to change your life because you are feeling discontent or unchallenged. You don't feel like this is what you're supposed to be doing. Look, I'm not going to lie to you. I made a fuck ton of money doing that. My whole career, I don't make as much money now, but guess what? I'm like 80 times happier. I have more control over my time. I have the ability to do this for you all. I have some great people in my life, and I don't have to worry about the same bullshit that I had to worry about with this. So we all need to make important, sound decisions that, you research and all of that. But if you are already being pulled to make a significant change in your life because you feel like the same thing, the same pattern keeps happening. I mean, I'm just going to fucking say it, you guys. I got harassed or assaulted at basically every job I've ever worked. That's not ideal. But then when you tell your employer that you've had this experience and they don't want to do anything about it, that was my sign to say, okay, y'all don't give two shits about me, so why am I going to trust you with any of it, Thank you, Peggy. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Kirsten. I appreciate that. Oh, tease, that's such a great sentiment. All right, another 7. So we have divine timing at play. We have so that was the 7 of Paws, which is the 7 of Pentacles, by the way. This next one, oh shit, you guys, I didn't read the card, sorry. You should have seen how wisely I proceeded, with what caution, with what foresight, with what dissimulation I went to work. Sometimes you put every ounce of your heart and soul into something and it doesn't pay off. That's okay. You still learned something. You're still a better person for it, but know when to fold them. Know when to pivot. Do I miss my old career? No, I don't. I'm real fucking glad I changed. And thank you for all of you that have supported this channel, because that helped me, right? In that process. You will probably never know how much you mean to me. So it's the old person way of doing it, right? I think now I'm supposed to what is it? I fucking don't know, you guys. I think it was the middle finger and then teach me. I don't know. Hi, Mona. How are you doing? Hello, Clifford. How we doing? So the 7 of Candles, this is kind of a weird image. I'm trying to figure out, are these arms, hands coming from the ground? That's what it looks like, you all. Tell me I'm not crazy. Are those 7 candles that are being held by hands that are coming out of the ground? Is this Michael Jackson's Thriller? And the man shuddered and turned his face away and fled afar off in haste, so that I beheld him no more. You're fighting something off. I'm sorry. I lose it. Like I might literally cry laugh because of this. I lose it every time I hear this in my head. But I just heard it. Okay. The thing that went through my head was "Be gone, Banshee," or no, "Show yourself, Banshee," which is it Ghost Adventures? I think it's Ghost Adventures. It might be Ghost Hunters. I mix those up all the time. But I like cry laugh to that all the time. Look at this is you calling out your fears, and you're like, I'm bigger than you. Like, have you ever had that moment where you're like scared of a spider or you're scared of like a mouse? And then you're like, wait, why am I scared of you? I'm like 90 times bigger than you, probably like at least twice as smart. So we have the King of Candles, the King of Wands. Definitely the kind of person you want to send out into battle if you're dealing with a bunch of ants or spiders or snakes, whatever. The road to immortal renown lies straight, open, and unencumbered before him. Look, you're a badass, and I feel like you're realizing that. I feel like you're gaining this strength rapidly because of the wisdom and honesty with yourself, right? I don't need to like pick up on everything that these people tell me or that this news station says or that my family raised me to believe. I'm actually pretty fucking smart and I've learned a lot of things from my own life. So I'm going to understand things as they truly are, not as people think I should believe them to be. Ace of Candles, Ace of Wands. Yo, this is so much fire energy. Literally 3 of the 5 cards. So that would be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This says, deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. Look, if you had told me 8 years ago that this would be my life, that this would be what I do to make money, I would have laughed at you. I'd have been like, but like, why did I go to school? But like, really though? Do you at least do it in Spanish? Like, why did you get all that education? I don't know, maybe because I was like raised in that education era where everyone told me like the only thing I could do was like over invest in education and then maybe I could like buy a house someday. No, I actually bought a house because I know how to sell things, but like it's a journey, dude. Like some of the best nights I've ever had, I mixed steak with white wine. But just like a little bit of a foodie joke. Like sometimes shit ain't planned and that's okay. Sometimes things don't go like this or don't follow the life script and that's cool. It's like actually kind of whimsical, maybe even a little bit fun. My life is unpredictable and weird, and I'm sure plenty of people that were like friends with me in like high school are like, "What the fuck? You did what? You wait, huh? I don't care. I'm me. I do what I want. No regrets." So there's this new beginning that you're meant to pursue. And I feel like you're already being pulled towards it. I feel like you're already daydreaming about it. You're already thinking, what if I did that? What if I wrote a book? What if I choreographed something and it went viral on TikTok? What if I moved, got a whole different job? What if I opened my own restaurant? Be very careful. That's a good way to lose money. But like, I support your dream. Just be very careful. I've always thought it would be cool to do that, but like, holy shit, that's like one of the easiest way to lose money. Maybe just make it like a 5-person diner, you know? Sorry, we ain't got room for you. You can only make 6 meals at a time, and I got to eat too. All right, let's go with the Tattoo Tarot. I'm taking forever on this reading. I love you all. I'm sorry. But I also have to kind of hurry. I might not have any more shorts for you today. This might be like all of my energy for you today. All right. This is, oh, I already told you it's the Tattoo Tarot. You have the Moon, Queen of Pentacles, Lovers in the reverse. I think you have a decision to make, my friend. I don't know who you are. I feel like a lot of you actually have, what am I trying to say? This reading may not be for a lot of people, but it is for a lot of people that are of varied backgrounds. So for those of you that this does resonate for you, I can't immediately say like you're the person who needs to make a love offer or you're the person who needs to consider a love offer. But we have somebody here that you harbor or kind of hide secret feelings for. Maybe you don't want to be fully honest with yourself how much you feel for this person or how much you like this person. But I know you do. I see you. I see you, baby. Shaking that ass. Shaking that ass. Yeah, you want somebody. Who is this? It's like super infatuated over here. Oh, what? Another 7 of Wands. I feel like you've been holding off, or this person has been kind of procrastinating because there was healing that you or this person knew needed to happen before you could come together. Did you like that? I did it myself. Is that what Julia Fox said? I think so. I think that's what she said. Who are you hiding from? Who are you avoiding? Because the 7 of Wands says, it's time, baby. You've been protecting your heart, and I get it. When I tell you I get it, believe me, I get it. I football shoved people so far out of my life that they didn't even like remember what my voice sounded like. Get away. I've definitely struggled, like probably still struggle a little bit with like letting people actually in to understand what I'm currently dealing with, right? That is not easy if I like actually let you know what's going on in my day-to-day. I love you. I'm working on it. And I think we all have to, right? Because trust is a big thing. But this is somebody that, again, this is either you or your person, right? You know that they don't have any ill intention towards you. You know they fucking adore you. Or that they have a heart of gold. One of the two. You know that this person lives from a place of love. And you're over here like, but I'm scared. What if they hurt me? And I'm going to make fun of you. Because, bitch, you already know they're not going to do that. Like, you're hiding from somebody that is like heart of gold style. Like, what are you doing? Oh, you don't think it's the right time. Well, this says it is. 7 of Wands, 7 of Wands. So you know. Get to it. We got this 9 of Swords in the reverse again. Whatever has been causing anxiety, whatever has been potentially causing nightmares or PTSD could be associated to you hiding a part of who you are. Queen of Cups in the reverse. You are more than how you make money. You are more than whether or not you own a home. You are more than whether or not you drive a really sexy car. You have feelings and emotions. You need companionship, security, safety, somebody who understands you. You are not a robot. So stop being a robot. You don't have very much time to make this decision, whichever side you're on. You either need to make the effort and confess your feelings, or when somebody confesses their feelings to you, you need to make up your mind rather quickly. But what I heard is like music, like circus music, and then it gets faster. You know, I don't even know if that's like from a movie or what, but things are like speeding up and you can't slow it down. Four of Pentacles in the reverse, the World, Page of Swords in the reverse. There could be people talking about you and your person, wondering if there's something there, wondering if you're going to get together. Wondering if you're going to come together. I couldn't help myself. Okay, it was just there, low-hanging fruit. I'm sorry. So you got to ask yourself, is this fear or is this pattern of behavior where you push people away because you're afraid of getting hurt? Is that a valid justification for pushing away somebody that you view to be true or of high honor or somebody that would do right by you? Think about it. Because the World says you got one chance only. So a little bit of pressure here. Sorry, but I'm going to give you the message that I get. Seriously, if you don't know that song, Scars by Tovlo, check it out. The lyrics will help you. Kirsten, let's be best friends, because felt. I don't live in Mexico, but yeah. Good afternoon for me, but like good morning to you. 3-8, how's it going? We've got Pathway, Toil, and Labor in the reverse. Look, I don't really like to tell you how to live your life. I like to inspire you to make choices that you feel are right for you. This is a little bit of a leap of faith here, okay? But this is literally saying there's a different path for you. You might have to quit a job. You might have to quit a career. You might have to leave something that's a little bit stale. This is a good time for me to say these readings are for entertainment purposes only. I want to help you be a happy person, but you're going to have to be like cognizant of what you need to do for you, right? Fuck. Okay. They're not messing around today. They're like, no, actually, like, I know she just told you, like, you could probably just, like, maybe make it work where you are. No, Spirit's like, we've been trying to tell you for weeks. This old life is stale because, like, it's stale. There's something else that you're meant to do. This change card specifically talks about moving. And then there's marriage. There's love that you feel, and it's going to inspire a new life or help you build a new life. Only if you allow it. Only if you let it into your heart. Only if you decide that is what would make you happy. No, you know what will make you happy. But do you want it? All right, I'm going to leave it there. Longest reading ever. Kind of, not really. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you on the next reading. Doodles.